time for us to check sports. And the big news in New York Town, the Mets won their second game in a row at home over the Yankees, winning 3-2 with a walk-off win. All right. Taking a look at what were there other local teams in action? When I say local teams that people in this area follow. Absolutely. There were other local teams in action. And let me find the scores here. If you're a Yankee fan, you're concerned about the Rays. They beat the Orioles 6-4. The Guardians beat the Red Sox 7-6. So that's the way that stands. All right. So now I posted on this on Facebook and took some grief from some people who didn't like what I said, but about 90% of the people agreed with what I said. And I said days and days and days ago, am I crazy, or is it just me that you're a famous American athlete, you're over there lending your talents, getting experience, playing in a Russian league. The war in Ukraine is going on. Russia doesn't like what the United States is doing. The United States doesn't like what Russia is doing. And you pack your bags and you go, and you bring a treatment that is okay over here because it's approved, but it's got cannabis. And you're leaving Russia and you're caught. What did you think was going to happen? Brittany is a smart girl, great athlete. This was just a monumental, stupid mistake, and you can blame the Russians for a lot of things. But you know that if you're a famous American and you go to Russia at this time, they're going to follow you, and they're going to see if they can get something on you to see if they can get a swap. And guess what? It looks like they're going to get that swap, as the U.S. has offered a substantial proposal to bring Brittany home. Also, Paul Whelan, a soldier who's been held for years, home from Russia. Now, as part of that, she had to plead guilty, and she has to stand trial, and this all can be done after the trial, if it happens. But it's just one of those things that should never have gotten this far. Should never. She's far too smart to let that happen. And then you put your country in a position where they have to let a real bad guy go to get you out. And I want her out. I want her home. Just like I want every American who's being held in prison in foreign countries, like Iran, like Russia, Korea. I want them home. I want them, if they have to serve their sentences here, serve them here. Of course I would want them home, safely, alive, healthy. So it's just one of those really, really, really sad things. And like I said, I as much as I hate it, I hope the deal goes through. I hope she and that former soldier can come back to this country. In football, very quickly, the Giants are discussing Daniel Jones. He's entering his final contract season. They declined his fifth-year option earlier this offseason. He's 25 years old, and it's going to be an important year. Now, he can look at what Aaron Judge has done this year and say, if I've got to buckle down, and look at what Aaron Judge has done in a final year of a contract. Simply played like a superstar. We had high hopes for Daniel Jones. 50% of the time, those hopes are met. 50% of the time, they're not. Now, there's a lot of factors that have got into this. He's in his 4 years, and this is his third head coach. The new regime thinks and hopes he can take a step forward with the new offensive scheme. Quoting, here. Daniel's still got a lot to learn from a scheme standpoint, and our offense has done a tremendous job working to learn it. We look forward to seeing him getting better each day. End quote. That's from the Giants GM. The first-year head coach, Brian Daboll, who is Josh Allen's offensive coordinator in Buffalo, believes this is a big way to get most out of Jones is to get him to use his legs. Quote, when you have an athletic quarterback that can move and make plays, whether it's loose plays or design plays, you want to try to take advantage of it because it evens up the playing field with the defense, end quote. So it looks like they're going to give him a chance, but at the end of the day, he's got to produce. He threw 24 touchdown passes in his rookie year and has only thrown 21 since then. So I hope for the best. I hope it works out for him, and I hope he becomes the Giants quarterback for a long, long time. But he's got to produce on the field. This is a big year for him. All right, that is a check on sports this morning here on the Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio.